Okay, good evening, everyone. Just want to make sure that that isn't an echo. Not sure. All right, well, anyway. We are here for the, whoops, a little high over there. We're here for July 2nd, right? I don't know. Does that sound like an echo to people? It's a good question. Anyway, maybe I'll have to switch these. Come over there instead. Wait, why is that happening? Oh, that was why. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, July 2nd. All right, Tuesday. Originally, I had this scheduled for 8 o'clock. That was an accident because I've been moving these to 9, trying to get it to a better time, in my opinion, both for me and probably the viewers, just in case I have people out in the California West Coast area. Sorry, just moving things around a little bit. Still washed out there. All right. So anyway, yeah. I'll move it back in a second. Thrill is on her way over. I hear her coming. Anyway, yeah. So this past weekend, I was at Undiscovered Realm Comic-Con. It was very good. The Garden State Comic Fest was okay the week before. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, there was a scheduled show that I didn't make 2 weeks ago. Last week, of course, I was running my Whatnot show because I'm doing it every other week. But yeah, last week I was I had a diverticulitis flare up, so I wasn't able to come to the show. I probably should have announced something, but I was in decent amount of pain, so I decided not to not to come in. I didn't think I'd be able to get through a show last week, so that was the reason why I just was kind of MIA. And why I'm a little bit disorganized today, even though I was spending a little time getting set up. I'm surprised that I'm not a little bit more together here with my setup. Anyway, so yeah, live stream tonight. I am going to be running a special 2-part Whatnot stream on Friday. One at 12 o'clock Eastern time, and then the other one at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Part of the reason is Whatnot is running a special right now where they will only take a 4% commission from all of the artists and businesses that run a Whatnot show, either on July 4th or July 5th. Now, I usually have a family barbecue on July 4th. My parents have it, so I'm not going to be running a Whatnot sale on the 4th. So thankfully, they're running it also on the 5th. I will be here on the 5th. I'll be on Whatnot on the 5th with a noon show and a night show. And then this weekend, I'll be at I Heart Horror. They're doing a ice cream and monster jamboree with hot rods, I'm pretty sure. I like horror. I like ice cream. Don't really care about the cars, but, I'll be there for that. And then the following week is already Contrapolis in the Meadowlands, which is the closest, next to PoochieCon, which had been in Teaneck. That is the closest show to me is going to the Meadowlands. So, if you can make it out, Saturday or Sunday, I think that's the 13th and 14th of July. Yeah, I'll be in the Meadowlands at the Meadowlands Expo Center for Contrapolis, New Jersey, which is the same people that run Rhode Island Comic-Con, Altered Reality Entertainment. Anyway, some other news. I did not get into New York Comic-Con, but I might still be working on some way to get in. I also was not able to get into Salem this year, which was a little bit disappointing. So I will not be up at the Salem market this year. I understand that the Creative Comics Commons that runs it, they had lost one of their locations, and they had a lot of applicants. So even though I was there last year, I wasn't able to get in for this year. But we'll see. I'm still planning on filling up October with or without New York or Salem. So expect that I'll be adding more shows in. Yeah. Anyway, this month, besides those two, I got Plastic City Comic Con in Massachusetts. And then I have, which is a one-day show on the 19th, 20th, 19th, I think. Whatever the Saturday is. And then the 24th through the 26th, if that's correct, I think so, is Atlantic City Celebrity Con. I'll be there as well. The 26th to the 28th. I had that wrong. Plastic City Comic Con is the 20th. Contrapolis is 13th and 14th. And then next month, lots of stuff. Monster Mania and Cherry Hill, Wicked Comic Con, Terrificon, and Hudson Valley Horror Con. And all while I'm doing that, I'm working on the Upper Deck gig, doing more work on Chadiana so I can get 3, 4, 5 out, and also have been putting in work on A Kid in the Comics since both Chadiana and The Beast are still going to be running in the newspaper during the second season. Yeah. So here we go. Up to the what we got on the drafting desk today. So I didn't realize I was already drawing something in my whoops, we want to go this way. But I was already drawing something in my pad here, one of the pads, all right, which was this one. I was already drawing a Chadiana piece. I wasn't planning to do a Chadiana piece today, but maybe I will start with a Chadiana piece and something else here. Now, because I'm doing this Whatnot stream on Friday, and I might be running a couple of other special Whatnots this month as well, because Whatnot has a couple of things. They do have from the 12th to the 14th, while I'm also doing Contrapolis, they have it's like a summer craft market, which anybody that does any hand-done stuff, which I do because I do watercolors and traditionally draw and everything like that, they have a summer... Oh my god, excuse me, I'm sorry. Wow. I must be exhausted. A lot of shows. Probably why I had the diverticulitis flare up. I haven't had one in a true flare up in like 6 or 7 years. Anyway, where are we at? The summer market. I'm also doing a Darksome Craft market at the end of the month during AC Celebrity Fest con. I'll probably run a Whatnot show during that as well. I don't know. I got a lot going on, besides just the gigs and everything. And who knows? I had a friend of mine tell me about Nerd Crawler as another possibility, so I might try it out. It was not Chris Campana, it was another friend, actually a mutual friend of me and Chris's, so, there's that. Okay, so I might as well finish up the Chadiana drawing that I had there, but I was going to do possibly some other stuff this week. Oh my god, hi Sorella, how you doing? Bad timing, we just started and I was about to draw and you weren't here the whole time. And now you made it, just to interrupt the drawing process. I already talked about everything, so I don't even have anything to talk about while she's up here. Right, really? No, I don't. Not a damn thing. Did the conventions, did Chadiana, did A Kid in the Comic, did Upper Deck. That was it. That was it. Nothing else. I'd say I should draw you, except the fact that you are in the way, and I wouldn't be able to draw you anyway while you were sitting right in front of me. Oh, okay. Oh, come on, really. I'll start drawing while she's just hanging out over there. Nope. What's up? Hey, really? Oh, that's what I was thinking about drawing. Oh, well. We're already on this. I was considering a Spider-Man because he seems to be... The way I draw him seems to be well liked by some people. I don't know why. But it is the case, you know? This wasn't going to be anything special, but I've just been thinking about an undead knight for a bit, so I thought I would draw something like that. Why don't you lay down at least so I can draw? This is her new thing. She's decided that wedging herself between me and what I'm drawing is the way to do it. Can't always tell that there are other people here. Knocking stuff over. Okay. She's gone for now. Alrighty. If I'm going to be working this small, might be worth doing some zooming in just a little bit. Thanks, Holly. Actually, so this one had been already done. I think I was playing around at a convention. This one I just started. Just thinking about doing some like undead knight design. I don't know. It just seems to be one of the things that's been sticking in my head for a bit. Anyway, how are you doing? I'll be seeing you on Sunday since I got myself into this ice cream and hot rod jamboree. And I hope Craig is having a good birthday today. Yeah, it should be fun. It's funny, and I'm not complaining at all. Originally, I was just planning on attending and not working it because, it was originally the same day I was at Garden State, but then I happened to say I was available that day, and I don't remember if Chris or Greg was the one that posted it, and then they were just like, yeah, I'll write in. And then there I was. It's okay. I don't even care if I sell anything. I just care about the ice cream and the horror, and then everything else is gravy on top of that. I should reach out to them very soon, though. But if you know, Holly, do I have to bring like a tent and a table? Because I assume it's outside, so probably, right? I should bring a tent and a table. There will be music and yes, tent and table. Cool. No worries. I got both. That's easy enough. There will be music too. Well, that's good to know as well. Do a whole bunch of things today. No. What am I going to do? There is a website. That's good to know because I wasn't sure. But that's good. Anyone that is in the watching this right now, yeah, please go to iHeartHorror.net/IHH Jamboree. Do they do this every year, Holly? That's a good question. I don't know. But if so, I can add it also to my my list of events that I want to show at regularly or semi-regularly or whatever. But yeah, it's a cool first time. So fingers crossed. Oh, that's cool though. Still. It's cool that they're branching out. I know that that's something that they're trying to do because supposedly what I Heart Horror Day has been just a couple of years at this point, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, it would be good to have those guys doing more events. I had seen Nelson and Samantha on the road, and they were very happy to hear that I was it Nelson and Samantha? I believe it was. We're very happy that I was in the event, like the one coming up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I have it in the plans without an exact date yet. I know they said something about possibly moving the weekend, but originally they had told me it was the first Saturday or first Sunday in February. So that's what I got it at right now, just as a tentative date in my mind. I want to do that, and then there's the Undead of Winter Con, which is a vampire event that's in out in Pennsylvania, February 1st. Okay, yeah. Yep, I got it down. It's on my website already as events for 2025 because I do have a couple that are already scheduled. It's I Heart Horror Day. What was the other one that I already signed? Well, three. I think I'm pretty much signed up for Fan Expo Philly, and I know that I'm signed up for Fan Expo Boston. And then like Geekdom Con, I'm also signed up for next year. But then I'm assuming I'll be doing Monster Mania and Cherry Hill both in March and August because I don't want to lose that spot now that I have it. So those are also listed, but with asterisks for indicating that they are not official yet. But yeah, I Heart Horror Day is already in my 2025 list. So I will see. What all the good fuss is about in February, but this will be cool. I like little summer events too. And I just got off of a month of doing 2 and 3 day shows, so doing like a nice one day on a Sunday will be great. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you. Glad you stopped by. I just saw the comment, so hopefully it wasn't sitting there for a bit. I'll be on Whatnot on Friday, by the way, twice, because they're doing a 4% commission on the 4th and the 5th. So I'll be running 2 shows on the 5th, a midday show and a night show. I have Saturday off. It'll be all right. I'm not sure why this Undead Warrior has been in my head, but I've been wanting to draw it. This little skeletal half-knight guy with thorns all over him. I play too much Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Blasphemous and everything. It's just like... I don't know where Jim is today. He said he was going to be dropping by too. Jim Hopkins. Maybe he's watching. I don't know. We are live on YouTube, right? Yeah. I'm glad that Facebook didn't give me the creatures in your mind want to come to life, right? For sure. The thing is, I'm trying not to do too many pieces for prints right now because I feel like I kind of overdid it for a bit there. And I really need to do more, what do you call it? Really need to get my more books and comics done. Like Chadiana's been really suffering. I've been at least getting stuff done for A Kid in a Comic. Well, I have been working on Chadiana, but yeah, and then I got like a vampire novel I want to write, and a couple of Nosferatu related projects, which timing would be really good right now to get those done. Oh, Cirilla, thanks for showing up again. Wonderful placement and timing over here. You're just the best. Absolutely. Well, since it's you, Holly, we can talk horror stuff. Aside from Nosferatu, actually, if you're even interested in seeing it, I know there's a few horror movies coming out this year. Any that you're interested in watching? I have one on my list, but that I would like to see in theaters besides Nosferatu, but I'm curious if anything's been on your radar. Maybe stuff I haven't even heard of either. I can have one of these thorns coming out like it's a tongue. What a great idea. Oh, we got 3, 2, 2. Somebody left. You also want to see 28 years later. I forgot that was coming out this year. So maybe that one I can add to it too. Actually, the one that I've been really wanting to see since I saw a trailer for it is the new Nicolas Cage / Oz Perkins thing, Long Legs. I am curious about that. Looks a little bit like an A24 movie, which I love those, and it looks a bit like Seven, although a much less grittier Seven. And that is all good. Plus, I don't know, Nick Cage in a creepy role, that could go well. Oz Perkins is a good director, so... Yeah. What is this? Trap looks good also. Have I heard of Trap? That's a good question. I wanted to see that other movie that was from the perspective of the serial killer, but I just, what was it? The title's not A History of Violence, but it's very close. It's like violent something. I don't know. But I don't think that's in the theater anymore. I think I missed it. It's hard nowadays. I don't have a lot of people to go see horror movies with. I should though, right? But I do a considerable amount with my parents, but my mom is not a horror movie fan. I could probably get them to go see Nosferatu on Christmas Day. I don't know, but I'm going to go see it without them if I have to. But some of the other stuff, yeah, it's like I need... I don't usually go to the movies just by myself. So, yeah, I gotta get a horror movie crew together. I heard it was not good. Oh, in a violent nature. I tend to do more home viewing. I do too, and that was pre-COVID even because I don't know. I was living with somebody for a while that just like I could never get out to the movies with her for anything. But and part of it too is she had a younger daughter, so certain things that I wanted to see wasn't really like obviously not good for a kid to see, which is totally understandable, that part. But yeah, and then COVID just kind of like closed the deal on that. But I used to love going to the movies. I mean, that was always a thrill for me. I haven't been in the longest time though, but I feel like I miss seeing things on the big screen, and I don't have to see everything in the theaters, but if it's like an important film, I feel kind of like I missed out because I didn't see, and I'm a decent James Bond fan, but I didn't see any of the Daniel Craig movies in the theater. I did see Mad Max Fury Road, which might have been one of the last movies I saw in the theater. I think that, Wonder Woman, but I didn't even see Furiosa, which, you know, whether it was good or not, I grew up on Mad Max. Not so much a fan of Mel Gibson anymore, but, you know, the character of Max and the world that George Miller created, yeah, like, I wanted to see Furiosa and I missed it. So, yeah, I just feel like I would like to get back to at least the occasional theater viewing. Yeah, I didn't see Renfield in the theater. I didn't see either of the Dunes. I didn't see The Green Knight, which I had wanted to see in the theater. What else? Well, I haven't seen The Voyage of the Demeter either way. Oh, yeah. Night with the Devil was another one. I didn't get a chance to go and see that either, and I would have liked to. C'est la vie. It's gone. Well, I can see it at home still. I did watch something recently, but it wasn't like a newer film. It was an older thing on Tubi, I'm pretty sure. I know that I added Spookies to my list because I just feel like I should see that. But there was a film, God, what was it? It actually was decent. It was not She, though, which I did just watch, and it wasn't Feeders. Oh, God, there was something else that I watched. Wow. A lot of times I'll just be sitting here drawing while I liked Renfield, actually. I mean, I saw it after it came, but I wasn't expecting it to be I wasn't expecting it to be anything other than like a comedic movie. I mean, certainly wasn't Shaun of the Dead level, but I enjoyed it. I like both Nick Cage and Nicholas Hoult, so it was good, in my opinion. I've heard The Last Voyage of the Demeter wasn't good, but I tried to. You wouldn't pay $20 to see it. That's funny. I didn't pay $20 to see it. I think it was on Prime, and it was either like a $3 rental or it was free at the time when I watched it finally. It was a while after it was out of the theater. I liked it, but to each his own, each his or her own. Yeah, I heard The Voyage of the Demeter wasn't good, but I try to hold judgment for whether or not I like a film until I've actually seen the film. Even if people are saying it's just like a horrible movie. Well, if I went by what other people say, there'd be directors that I like that I wouldn't even like, and there certainly would be films I like that I wouldn't like that I do. So, yeah, I try to take everything with a grain of salt. But again, I already saw. I wanted Onyx the Fortuitous on two. Made me smile. Smile. Oh my God, that's another one I never saw too. And now, like, the second one's coming out. I mean, it doesn't look like it'd be like an epic horror movie, but just kind of sort of thing that I'd probably enjoy enough. What else? I know that there's other stuff. There's, there's just a plethora of movies. and I can't think of any of them. I messed up what I was going to do. I have changed the way very recently that I am doing my chainmail links. And because of that, I have to go in here and wait, no. I know that there is a way this goes. It goes here, here, here. But then, you've been sticking to the classics. You watched the Phantasm the other day. I haven't watched the Phantasm in such a long time. But I've seen them in a weird order. I think I saw 2 first when I was very, very young. And then I saw like a middle one somewhere. I didn't see Phantasm, the first Phantasm, until I was older. But I haven't even seen all of them. It's like a weird franchise that is interesting to me. But it's like, well, I haven't seen all the Hellraiser films, but I do like some of the early ones. But I'm trying to think of another. There's another series, like, not the same as Phantasm, but similarly to Phantasm. I just haven't seen enough of the whole series, and it's not from a lack of liking it. I just haven't seen it all. So it has, it's just not all in my my conscious film vocabulary. You stopped after Hellraiser Part 3. Good question. When did I stop? Hellraiser Part 3 might have been the last one I saw, too. No, I saw a middle one somewhere, but it was still in the 90s or the early 2000s. Because Doug Bradley was definitely still Pinhead in it. And I have read The Hellbound Heart, of course, which I would really love to... I do want to, when I'm at Monster Mania, Clive Barker's going to be there, and man, it would be cool to meet him. I don't know that I'm really going to get the chance, but unless I can get someone to man my table while I just completely skip all my duties as a creator and go stand in line to get my book signed. But did you meet him, or you just have a signed copy? Either way, it's cool. I'm not knocking you for whatever way you have it. It's just a question. Just a question. A fair question. Okay, I think I got enough. They all go the same direction like that. He came out early during a con. It was really cool. Oh, okay, that's really cool. What con? What year? If you can remember both, I'm sure you can. I mean, who's not going to remember when they met Clive Barker at a convention? But I don't know. I can't say for sure. Not everybody has the best man. Yeah, I would love to meet him. He I didn't read until after I was out of college. And, I'm funny. I really like old literature. So a lot of Victorian Gothic stuff and medieval manuscripts and stuff. So every once in a while, I'll come across a new writer, and I'm just like, I don't know. People will tell me they're good, and I'm like, they might be, but I'm very picky. But when I read The Hellbound Heart, I was like, oh, yeah, Clive Barker's good. That's definite. He's definitely really good. But then again, he's a Brit, and I personally find them to have very good use of the English language over us Americans. You were in the 90s. Might have been a Monster Con. That's cool, though. Huh. I don't know. Sometimes people tell me, like, oh, well, if you're a vendor, it sometimes is easier to meet celebrities. Not for me. I sort of know one, but not very well. And it's not even one that I know watched it or whatever. You too, Holly. Have a good night. I appreciate you coming by. I'll see you on Sunday. Have a good 4th of July, too. Whatever you do to celebrate it. Got a lot of likes coming in. Oh, Mr. Steph Wilson, probably just a fly-by like, though. I'm sure that he was not there for... I haven't seen a snarky comment come in the comment section, so he must not be actually here. But for anybody that's listened to this in the replay, I was saying, yeah, I know like one celebrity, not very well though, and it was through a mutual friend that I met him. And it's not somebody whose work I'm aware of his work, but I didn't like grow up on it or anything. It's a voice actor. And then the only other celebrity I ever met that I can think of being at a con and just like in the right place at the right time was just a brief encounter with Anthony Michael Hall, who was very nice, but I didn't want to bother him. I never like bothering celebrities, but my friend Phil was like very talkative with him, so that was cool. But yeah, that's like it. I know all these other people that have met different celebrities. Like, I just seem to fade into the background at these shows. People don't stop. I don't really get to meet people. Like, I've never shared a elevator with, like, oh, that's not true. What am I saying? I did meet Jason Momoa. But that was brief as well. Probably not an encounter that he would recall. But yeah, of course it sticks out in my mind. And he did come by my table because he was actually walking around looking at stuff in Artist Alley. Oh, Artist Alley, I forgot. No, I did bump into Jerry the King Lawler too once in Artist Alley at New York Comic Con. He was walking around. I shook his hand. And that was that. Yeah, I don't like bothering celebrities. I don't know. I just feel like they have better things to do than say hi to me. And there's probably fans that are usually more excited. I don't know. I treat them like people. So, one, I don't want to harass them. Two, yeah, I'm sure they're going through the day just like everybody else. So, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because I guess that to a certain extent, if you're a celebrity, you do want to be recognized, and it's probably can be disappointing if you're not. But then there's other times where I'm sure, yeah, you would just like a little peace and quiet, right? And not have to constantly be recognized. So, yeah. That's the way of it over there. I'm sure. I don't know what I'm saying. Talking about celebrities and then just gibberish. All right. I don't know what is happening here with this guy, but it might be a cool thing to, yeah. I was possibly going to go 2 hours today, but I don't know. Everybody seems to have fallen off, and, yeah. So I may just go to 10 instead of 11. We'll see. Depends on if anybody starts showing up. But anyway, I'm just going to keep working on this skeleton guy. I guess I could zoom in a little bit more, huh? Why not? Now, why is that so blurry? It looks really not great quality on that camera. Wonder why that would be. You know? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Not very good. That's unfortunate. I hope it doesn't look like that in the replay, but I don't know. Where did I put it? Not back in there, but I don't think I threw it over here. Oh. I'm just putting things in strange places. I haven't been using as many of my micron wedges as I used to, so I just thought maybe tonight I would get some use out of it again. They do seem to work better on the watercolor paper because they don't break down as quickly as the zebras do, which I'm surprised about because they're kind of less, what do you call it? They're less flexible than the zebras, so I figured with less flexibility they would break down quicker. But no, they deal with the watercolor's abrasiveness a lot better. Why is that so blurry? What is it with my camera? My camera was also blurry when I was trying to take pictures at Undiscovered Realm this past weekend. It was kind of a little strange. I had Mark Frankel of whatchamacallit, Wayward Raven Media take a picture of me in my booth, and then I was trying to take a picture of him and the Wayward Raven guys at the other booth, Steve and Alex over there. And yeah, it was blurry. So we had to retake all the pictures all over again. I don't know. I don't know for what reason. But that's what happened. Anyway. Right. Well, I hate the blurriness of that camera right now. I know I can't shut up about it, but it's really just bothering me. Quality is an issue, one that I take seriously. And a blurry camera playback is not something that I want to have people dealing with. But I can't figure it out right now while I'm on a live stream. Anyway, I'll probably be done soon, so I will be able to look at it later. Anyway. I used to do my chainmail rings going on a downward pattern where they would go across and down, but then I was looking at chainmail, this was going back a while ago, and I decided, you know what though, it really looks more accurate when you have them going on a sideways pattern, because the rings really do have that kind of look. If you look at a photograph of chainmail. Oh, hey, James. Well, Jim, sorry. I always read the name and then I want to just go right to what it is. Hey, Jim. I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry. You told me that the live stream was at 8 and, nothing was happening yet. I was like, wait a minute, well, not only did I tell you no, it was supposed to be 9, but then I went to StreamYard and checked it, and it was like, oh crap, I accidentally scheduled it for 8, but, I had moved the time a while ago to 9 just because it seems to be more favorable to my East Coast, West Coast people. So, and, I was able to move up my bedtime a little bit. Hey, guess what? Good news. I might be able to come to the Conlang thing this week because I only have I have a one-day show this weekend, and it's on What is that? Sunday. It's on Sunday. So Saturday is open. I might actually be able to come, as long as you guys are getting together. And I never got back to you about your last email. Actually, that was very helpful and freeing. The idea of just, it'd be great to see everybody and maybe actually have some stuff to share. But yeah, your last email was very helpful, just in the idea that, kind of the too bad, this is what I'm going to do anyway attitude against the science of stuff, which is, I'm not saying that, like, you're completely without any kind of considerations. I just mean that it's good that at the end of the day you can just say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do because this is what I want for my conlang thing, and I have to adopt a little bit of that. And when I did the other day, even though I was trying to still get some similarities to certain Semitic features in my languages, I was able to just say, you know what, though? This idea might be simpler, or this one makes more sense within the language, or just the same idea. Too bad. This is what I'm going to choose to do. Because, that's the idea I got for it. So, yeah, and it might be good for the sound changes too at times, because, there are going to be times where it doesn't work out. And I was thinking about the original inspiration I had for all of this craziness was Tolkien, and from what I remember reading, even though he had all his stuff worked out like fairly well in advance, there were a lot of cases where he still, especially when he was writing The Lord of the Rings, as far as I remember, part of Denethor's name was made up on the spot, and he never went through the etymological process to figure out exactly what one of the roots of his one portion of his name was. Just stuff like that. Of course, he had done enough work at that point where he probably could afford to do that, but it's not like everything with his linguist that he was perfectly sound and scientific either. So yeah, I appreciate the last few emails from you. It has really opened it up. I am so close to finishing what I need to finish. I basically was doing some basic grammar and verb conjugations in the Duero-ish language so that I could move back to Amunkam's language, which is, more of the Egyptian thing. I just wanted to make sure that stuff within the families at least had like some cohesion, at least on some of the basic verb forms and conjugations. Yeah, definitely. So it's going to help out a lot, and it definitely did help me there. I can feel a little bit more free, and even a little bit more like, like I can just cherry pick stuff too. Like there's some things that I want to mimic of Hebrew and Duero-ish, but I also like some Akkadian features as well, and some of it's just not from either of them. It's just like the basic concept. Because, for me, I want the Dueros to be very mathematical in their languages, so they're going to be very strict to rules of three in a lot of the features. But that doesn't mean that and I wouldn't have intended it to be this way anyway, but every other language within the Duero-ish family is not going to have the same rule of three constrictions for certain grammatical features. Like they can adopt other things that, like, I don't know. The way I conceive of the Drarish language is that it's like very controlled. So it's almost like it's not allowed to be, it's not allowed to evolve, which is why it remains pretty unchanged throughout its history. It's a spoken language, but it's almost like a dead language in other features, in the sense that it just does not. I don't know how I'm going to exactly work it out, but it's almost like there's a governing body that just kind of like oversees that it just does not change from region to region to, it has a very standard way of working. Than everything else in the family, very specific, very much more freedom in them. So yeah. Anyway, there was no specific reason I'm drawing this undead warrior, by the way. I just been thinking about this thing for a while, so I just decided to go with it on the live stream. I was going to try to get a couple other pieces in, but I'm just enjoying this right now. Not maybe something that I should be working on, but it's the thing that I am working on. So the live stream drawings still have to be I still have to be kind of somewhat choosy, but somewhat free with them as well, because, as I've said before, there's certain things that I can't work on during the live stream, even if they have to get done. So, sometimes there's just this extra little piece that gets done instead, because I can't work on the other stuff. Oh, well, you said there was a family emergency. I hope everything's okay, by the way. I don't know why I clocked it, but then never responded to it, Jim. But yeah, I hope everything's okay. I guess the reason that it suddenly popped into my head, family, was because I was going to ask you if you have any traditions for 4th of July. Man, I was drawing a blank for a second. I was saying at the beginning of the show that my family has a 4th of July barbecue, which is why no, so Whatnot, by the way, just as an aside, I said this at the beginning of the film, but Whatnot is giving taking only a 4% commission on a show run on July 4th or 5th, which means that the creators that are selling things are making more money per sale, while they're getting a better cut of the money they make per sale. So I was going to run 2 shows on Whatnot on Friday, and part of the reason I'm doing Friday and not Thursday is because I got a barbecue that my parents do, and I am not I'm not going to work on the holiday just for the purpose of getting a better commission. So there are some days I just won't work, regardless. And if that means I've got to plan ahead or work harder on other days, that's okay. But I I do have a few blackout dates. Not sure how everything at your wife was. Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. I hope it wasn't anything too serious. To commiserate in a weird way, my aunt's in the hospital right now, and I also, like you, am in the dark about exactly what's going on. But I think it might have something to do with her liver. But yeah, I hope your wife's okay. You didn't have to come on the show. You could have just said, well, you didn't have to say anything. I wouldn't have questioned it, but if you had wanted to, you could have just been like, hey, JM, I have an emergency. I'm not the type, fan friend otherwise, to be like, hey, you said you were coming on my show. What happened? I try to have low expectations to allow people the freedom to, live their lives without me getting upset about it, or jumping to conclusions or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I hope your wife's okay. And you certainly didn't have to come by tonight. But I do appreciate that you did. I guess I don't have to keep that up on the screen. I forgot to tell my friend Chris that I'm using these kneadable erasers, or kneaded erasers. Oh, hello, Cirilla. I appreciate that. You're not the only one that says that to me, and maybe I've brought it up before, but yeah, it's nice. I mean, there is a comfort, I guess, that I have that effect, or can have that effect on people. Because nobody's perfect, and I certainly, I'm not like this all the time, but, like the idea of some of this at least hanging down a little less evenly. But yeah, well, I don't know how long I'll go anyway, but you are certainly free to leave at whatever point you need to, Jim. Do not feel obligated if you need to take care of things. I don't know. Maybe this little guy will wind up in a book somewhere. Oh, you never feel obligated, and I have to wait for the call anyway. I love to see your pieces come to life step by step. Ah, much appreciated. Yeah, it's fun for me too sometimes, and sometimes I'm freaking out. Luckily, I was able to get some work done today. I took Monday off because I just had done the 2-day show in Westchester, right? Well, at the Westchester County Center, and Undiscovered Realm Comic-Con, and I was tired. And then I was over there helping my parents to some degree getting ready for the barbecue, which is also when whatever news limited about my aunt came through. It's my dad's sister. And then and then, I was very exhausted. A lot of times what happens is I come off of a convention, I take Monday off, and then I'm like still a lot of the times very tired. I was very tired today. Oh, but I was saying it's the beginning of the month. So often what I'll do at the beginning of the month is I look at the previous month, and plus the second quarter just ended. So I had to look at the second quarter plus look at the first half of the year, all the business related stuff, just to see how things were going, both in comparison to last year, previous years, and the previous quarter. And yeah, things are good. Let me just quickly say that. I mean, things are going well. Not fully where I want them to be, but we are definitely moving in the right direction, which is always a plus. And I've definitely worked more on my conlines this year than in previous years, because I really spent a lot more time the last 2 months working on them. And so I was able to get them so far into shape now and wasn't just like rehashing old stuff or spinning my wheels. Of course, there's still a lot more to do, but I'll be in good shape, at least for the foreseeable future, and I just got to make sure that I keep that up so that it doesn't slow down the storytelling aspects of Chadiana's world. Or the other projects that I got, some potential for working on related to Chadiana. So, yeah. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Very different piece, at least for some of the stuff that I've been working on lately. The thing is, I would like to do more of this kind of stuff in Chadiana stories as well. Like, the first one was, the first one in this soft reboot is to kind of slowly introduce people to some of the elements, which is what I've been trying to do anyway, but I just want to get past this one so that I can start getting into the even grittier things. Oh man, I'm starting to yawn, which is not normal. I've been staying up very late lately because like my only time to get a little bit of relaxing time is very late at night. And then I kind of get a bit locked into Elden Ring, which is what I've been doing to pass the time, or I would say for relaxation and enjoyment. You know, and I really can't exercise right now because I'm still making sure that everything's healed after the diverticulitis attack. So, yeah, just, man, I am, but I'm exhausted. It's just, I don't want to, oh yeah, same as the art, right? But I'm learning not to panic about it as much. I think you're, and I want to make it clear, you know, again, like I had reached out to Mark Rosenfelder a long time ago, and he was very encouraging. I want the conlang list in general, when I have participated, it's always been very encouraging. But I would definitely say out of single people that I've come across, you've definitely had the most profound effect on me being able to get this done, Jim. I think it's just, I think it's a combination of your sage wisdom and experience, and also the fact that, for lack of a better term, you're very accessible for me. Like, yeah, Rosenfelder, he was extremely encouraging and helpful, but I certainly wouldn't have wanted to bother him with constant emails from me since we didn't really have any sort of like friendship before. I find it interesting, though, that he is not on the conlang list. I mean, he's written now a few books on conlanging and different books on, like, getting more specific into certain cultures outside of, like, a European, you know, culture, which I think is very helpful. You know, I mean, he's almost like looking at some of the stuff that I felt was underrepresented in fantasy and conlanging even before it became popular to talk about those things. Oh, you are. You're definitely being very helpful. Yeah, no, I know that he's well regarded in the community. I'm surprised he's not on the list, right? Because David Peterson is, even if he's not participating as much as he used to, and I get it, you know, he's a very busy man, no problem. I'm surprised because Mark Rosenfelder, in one of his emails, encouraged me to join the list, and I know that it's in I think a couple of his books he mentions it, but he still, through his email, even mentioned it. And I just, like, you know, it's one of those things. I don't think there's any specific reason. I didn't think there was like a, you know, for lack of a better term, like an anti-Rosenfelder faction within the conlang list. I just was, or maybe there is, but that's besides the point. Yeah, he could be, right? That's fair. That is fair. But it's funny because he does encourage people to join it. He mentions it in the book. He mentioned it to me. You know what could be, though, and this is a funny thought, right? Even though I'm not on a first name basis with him, even though David, right, is on there and everyone knows he's on there, I guess there's always the possibility that Mark Rosenfelder is on there and he's just like this silent member or he uses an alias on the list. But yeah, he could also be the solitary type. That's also true. And also a very strong possibility. Anyway, I'm speculating too much without really saying anything, because really we don't know why he's not on. It just was always something I noticed, didn't think was necessarily a anything wrong, just a you know. Greg, this is like the first time I think I've seen you come to a live stream. Maybe, maybe not, but hello. I hope you're doing good. And you're over here on YouTube, which is my preferred streaming platform. But, you know, I don't want to take out the Facebook. Take out the Facebook stream, because sometimes that's just more accessible to people. But even if you watch this on Facebook, I prefer to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Yeah, it has been too long. I miss you too, Greg. I'm glad that your surgeries went well. As far as I know, you got both your hips done, I think, but unless it's just the one so far. But I hope you're healing well, or have healed well. And I'm wondering if you're going to be at Terrificon this year. Or another show. I just know that that's the one I most often have seen you at. Not just the past year, but in other years, if I recall. They had to go back in a few weeks ago. Oh, healing up. I got you. Okay. All right. Well, you know, I hear that whether it's hips, knees, whatever, it can be a little bit of a process getting through the healing and all the why can't I think of the word physical therapy, but once you do get through it, from what I understand, I've never been through it, so it's all secondhand accounts that I'm talking about. But yeah, I hear it really does wonders when you get through to the other side of it. So best of luck with it all. You're hoping to go Sunday at Terrificon? Cool, yeah. That'll be good if you can make it. You know, you always got a seat at my table if you need it. Although, you know, hopefully by Terrificon you'll be feeling pretty good. Well, you know, I would never refuse any friend a seat behind my table, but certainly I'm hoping you'll be in good shape anyway, that you won't have the need. You may want to sit, but, you know, I hope you're in really good shape by then. Oh, man, look at him. All gnarly and everything. I wonder why it looks so blurry it looks blurry on both screens tonight. It's unfortunate. Don't like blurry cameras. Oh, man. Oh my God. I'm yawning way too much, but I know that I am exhausted. I spent yesterday spray painting chairs for my parents and I didn't even finish it. I couldn't go today because I had to do the live stream. I just can't completely shut down my business to help them with their barbecue, but I'm going to have to go back tomorrow and do some. After running to the bank and getting a few things out from my previous Whatnot show that I never got a chance to send out. Bad boy, JM. But then, yeah, I really gotta, I don't know. I gotta get some sleep one of these days. Maybe I'll sleep in again on Saturday, because I slept in a bit today and a bit yesterday, but even so, I still feel exhausted. It's just doing shows every weekend. It's a lot of work. It definitely is. Let's see. Oh, hey, John and Bianca came by. Feel good. Oh, I got a few people. That's cool. Where are we at? Somebody sent me a video over on Instagram. I know I've been very busy. I haven't had a weekend off since. Hang on a minute. Let's see. When was the last free weekend I had? I know. Oh, Easter Sunday. Was there one since? Oh yeah, Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day weekend. There was nothing. And I've had something every weekend, and will continue to have something every weekend until Labor Day weekend, and I guess the weekend after. No, that's Labor Day weekend. I have something from Mother's Day weekend all the way until Labor Day weekend. I will have at least a one-day show on a weekend. So yeah, I have been very busy. It's dawning on me how busy that really is. I just got to keep it up at the moment. Unfortunately, shows, I shouldn't say unfortunately, I really love doing shows, but they are accounting for the bulk of the money I have coming in right now. So not to get too much into my finances. So I really got to keep up with the shows at the moment. But I would like to scale back. I don't want to be working. I think this year it's going to be like at least 45 weekends or 45 shows. There are a couple that have overlapped, like online shows. If you want to talk about actual weekends work right now, I think it'll be around like 41. And I don't want to work 41 every year. That's for sure. I like doing shows. But, I like to sleep, and I like to work on my creative stuff as well. So, my God. Look at this guy. All right. I got to let him dry a little bit before I can put any watercolors down. I don't know. Jim, if I end the stream, are you going to be all right? Do you want me to keep it going for a little bit? I don't want to leave you hanging most of all. If you need something to occupy your time, I can certainly keep it, occupy your mind, I should say. I certainly can keep it going for a bit. If you want company. Perfect. Whatever I do is fine. Well, I'll keep it going for a little bit. Oh, you know what I can do? Because I want to get another drink. I can use my fancy break image real quick. I'll be back in like just a minute. So, I'm going to throw that. You'll message me about a piece for Terrificon? Perfect. I would so much rather do it, do like a pre-show. I just feel like I can do a better job and take my time with them. But yeah, you can reach out to me, Craig. Just hang on a minute. I'm going to go get a drink, everyone who's watching so far. Maybe not even a minute. I'll be back real quick. Here's my mid-show break image. See you in a bit. Okay, that was actually pretty short. All right, let me get back over here. Oh, where is that? Take it down. There we go. Awesome. Okay, back to the comments. All right, bye, Greg. Sorry, I just missed you. I've been drinking seltzer today, almost like I had just taken like a ball of salt and ate it. So I don't know why, because it's not really particularly hot. Maybe I'm just feeling somewhat dehydrated because I'm just tired. I don't know. But yeah. I think the fall's going to be really good for me. Oh, you have to go too, Jim. All right. Well, I was keeping this one open for you, so then I will be going as well. Have a great night. Keep me up to date on what's going on over there. I'll talk to you soon, and I hope everything's going well. Okay, everyone. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there, even after that short break I did for a second. I'll be back in 2 weeks on a Tuesday. What one was that? That'll be ooh. I should just keep the calendar open next to me. That would be more effective. July. Yes, I'm running a 2-part whatnot on Friday, and I will still keep my regular whatnot on the 9th. Might be doing one on the 12th as well. I don't know, because I got Tim Jones coming right before Contropolis. He'll be staying with me. 16th, Tuesday, July 16th, I will be back with another live stream. So come by, check it out. I don't know what I'll be working on then, but yeah, until then, enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy your weekend if you don't celebrate the 4th of July. Or enjoy your 4th of July anyway if you're not celebrating it. And then, yeah. I Heard Horror, Matawan, New Jersey, this Sunday, 4 to 9. I'll be there. And Contropolis, New Jersey, and the Meadowlands the following week. all before I'm back on the live stream on the 16th at 9 p.m. If I schedule it for the wrong time, I apologize like I did this week. But yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, so I'll see you next week. Have a good night. Enjoy your holiday. And no, we don't want banners. Okay, yeah. Have a great night, everyone.